remote, wild, and where ice and fire live side by side. This secluded region in the far east of Asia is one of the most untouched places on Earth. Towering volcanoes, glacial lakes, glistening rivers, and abundant wildlife. This is the Kamchatka Peninsula. And today, you'll find out why it's one of the most impressive regions on our planet. Kamchatka is located in eastern Siberia, stretching between the Sea of Okhotsk and the Pacific Ocean. Ending at the Kronotsky Peninsula, it's about 775 miles long and covers nearly 104,000 square miles, roughly the size of Colorado, and the first inhabitants of the peninsula were the indigenous peoples Itelmens, Koryaks, and Ainu. What's truly amazing is that despite its size, Kamchatka remains largely empty and isolated. The only way to reach it is by plane or by sea during a few specific times of the year. There are no highways connecting it to the rest of the country. That's because building a road over 1,500 miles long across rugged terrain, rivers, swamps, and mountain ranges is nearly impossible. This isolation makes Kamchatka one of the last truly untouched natural refuges on Earth. The geography of Kamchatka is among the most dramatic in the world. The region features mountain chains, deep valleys, long rivers, dozens of glacial lakes, wide tundra plains, and, of course, volcanoes. There are more than 300 volcanoes across the peninsula, about 30 of which are still active. Kamchatka is one of the most volcanically active regions on Earth, part of the Pacific Ring of Fire. Its highest point is Mount Kluchevskaya, standing at 15,584 feet. It's also the tallest active volcano in Eurasia. All these volcanoes form a surreal landscape where the ground shakes, lava flows, and steam often rises from the earth. Some of these volcanoes have lakes in their craters that formed after ancient eruptions, when activity ceased and rainwater or ice accumulated. These lakes, usually of an intense greenish-blue color, contrast with the dark rocks around them, creating surreal scenes. Some are acidic due to the presence of sulfur and dissolved volcanic gases, while others have pure and icy waters. They are difficult to access, requiring long hikes or only reachable by helicopter, but they offer spectacular views and reveal the dynamic nature of the peninsula. Beyond the volcanoes, rivers like the Kamchatka and Bystraya cut through the land and are vital for the local wildlife, especially the salmon that swim upstream in massive migrations. If the landscape isn't impressive enough, the wildlife surely is. The undeniable star here is the brown bear, one of the largest in the world. These bears can stand up to 10 feet tall and weigh over 1,300 pounds. Even more astonishing is their number. Over 20,000 brown bears live in Kamchatka, one of the highest concentrations anywhere on the planet. In summer, they feast on salmon that fill the rivers in huge numbers to spawn. It's one of nature's most iconic events. Thousands of fish swimming upstream against the current. And the bears take full advantage of this to fatten up before the long winter. Besides bears, Kamchatka is home to Arctic foxes, lynxes, moose, wolves, walruses, sea otters, and countless birds. The peninsula is a major stopover on Asian migratory routes. In spring and summer, thousands of birds arrive to breed. Among them, Steller sea eagles, crested thrushes, green hawks, terns, ptarmigans, guillemots, puffins, and the striking yellow-billed loon. Offshore, it's possible to spot gray whales, humpbacks, and even orcas. The cold, nutrient-rich waters make this coastline one of the best places for observing marine life in the North Pacific. Kamchatka is also home to smaller mammals like sables, martens, and marmots. With luck, visitors might even glimpse the legendary snowy owl during the winter. Despite the extreme climate, Kamchatka's ecosystems are incredibly rich. The region combines temperate forests, tundra, wetlands, and volcanic zones, forming unique ecological niches. The flora is surprisingly diverse given the severe conditions. Coastal and lowland areas host dense boreal forests. While higher elevations feature tundra fields of mosses, lichens, small shrubs, and grasses. In summer, alpine meadows bloom with colorful wildflowers for a brief period. The mix of tundra, forest, and volcanic areas creates a unique vegetation profile that draws botanists from around the world. Some plants are endemic to Kamchatka, found nowhere else on Earth. Between the coast and the mountains, marshlands and bogs are rich with life. Giant ferns, reeds, mosses, and lichens blend with conifers. These habitats are essential for migratory birds like ducks and geese, and they shelter small mammals and rare insects. The western coast is lined with deep fjords, towering cliffs, and black sand beaches. Mountain lakes drain into icy seas, forming natural channels. In winter, the northern lights dance in the sky. Green, purple, and pink curtains that shine brightest from December through March, when nights are longest. Near the volcanoes, black rock fields show ancient lava flows, adding to the surreal landscape. These sites combine geology, biology, and visual beauty, allowing visitors to feel the raw power of nature. It's where fire, ice, stone, and life meet. A constant dance that has echoed for millions of years. In some areas, it's common to see steam rising from the ground, a striking sign of the region's intense geothermal activity. Across Kamchatka, hot vapors constantly escape through cracks, fumarole fields, and small vents in the earth. That's because the peninsula sits on a subduction zone where heat from deep inside the earth warms underground water. The result is a dramatic landscape where steam columns rise directly from the ground. Interestingly, some volcanoes display orange or reddish tones near their summits. These colors come from the oxidation of iron-rich minerals in the volcanic rock. When the rock is exposed to air and moisture, the iron oxidizes, forming compounds like hematite and limonite, giving the terrain its vivid hues. It's the same process as rusting iron, only on a massive, colorful scale. Surrounding the peninsula are small, little-known islands that form part of Kamchatka's impressive natural scenery. These remote islands are surrounded by cold, rough seas. Many of them feature spectacular rock formations carved by waves over thousands of years, including steep cliffs and sea caves. Difficult to reach, these islands remain wild and untouched, silent witnesses to the raw power that shapes the entire region. Among the most breathtaking of these formations is Krenitsin volcano. What makes it so extraordinary is its setting. It sits inside a massive volcanic caldera now filled with a bright blue lake. In the center of that lake, a new volcanic cone has emerged, still active today. The result is a surreal landscape that looks like it belongs on another planet. Isolated and hard to access, Krenitsin is rarely visited, but its unique features highlight Kamchatka's complex geology. Winter on the peninsula is no less dramatic. For many months, everything is blanketed in snow, and temperatures can plunge to -4 degrees Fahrenheit. Powerful snowstorms sweep across the plains, forests, and mountains, and icy winds cut through the landscape. Still, winter has a beauty all its own. The entire peninsula transforms into a frozen kingdom. Kamchatka is sparsely populated. Only around 290,000 people live in this vast region, giving it a population density of less than 1 person per square mile. Most reside in the southern city of Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky. Others live in isolated fishing villages, relying on hunting, fishing, and gathering. Tourism in Kamchatka is slow but growing, mainly attracting adventure seekers. Access is by short flights to Petropavlovsk or helicopter rides to remote areas. Visitors must hire licensed guides for trekking, protected zones, and wildlife encounters. The cost is high, requiring detailed planning and logistics, but the money supports local communities and conservation. Accommodations include campsites, isolated lodges, wooden cabins, and basic hotels. Kamchatka is a land of extremes, where fire and ice exist in perfect harmony. A place that holds secrets of Earth's origin, protected by its remoteness and enriched by its diversity. It's a destination to reconnect with the wild, explore untouched ecosystems, and push personal limits. A journey of wonder, reflection, and deep respect for those bold enough to reach it.